control party, I think. But the other party we had a jack party, and I always wanted to play Jack Your Body, but I was kind of bored of it. So the jack party was actually, I was flying back from London, England, the morning of that party, and on the plane, I opened up my Final Scratch system and just decided to take Jack Your Body and cut it up into a whole bunch of different loops, a bunch of different pieces, so that throughout the night I could just bring the vocal part, Jack Your Body, Jack Your Body, or just bring the bass line in, and not worrying about having to have two copies or anything. Just really kind of plan ahead and have these kind of weird, strange things to play. So, so this one is just actually that's the original. So it's a little bit monotonous by itself, but of course my shows are a little bit monotonous sometimes, but that gave me a way of kind of playing with things. And when you start, again, none of these technologies I think are going to like save the world by themselves, but all together, when you start doing the EQs, doing stuff like that. So that was what kind of started showing me the potential of Final Scratch, just to prove that this is actually the computer going. It's very easy to, I wouldn't do this as I'm playing out in front of a crowd, but to pick a new record, all you have to do is hold your control down and you just press F1 or F6 to assign it to a different turntable. So once it's assigned, this record becomes that record. So I can just kind of show you how fast you can search for records and assign a new record to the turntable. So not only does it allow you to re-edit, do all these crazy things, but it also allows you, if you want to do it, be a master mixer and do all this things really fast, it enables you to speed your kind of movements up. And one of the hardest things of this whole system for me in the beginning was searching for music on this computer. I just felt really strange, just like sitting here typing, and I was really, really fast going through and finding that record, like finding that green label or that scribble that my memory kind of told me was that record I wanted to play. But now that I've been using it for about nearly a year, it's much, much quicker for me. If even if I can't remember a name, I know the next track I want to play is a Mills track. I can go Mills, and I've got it there. This is, where's that thing? The only bad thing is if you forget what it's called. I don't know if it's still in here yet. For some reason, this one is always the one I can't find. I was going to show another example of course, on this record, which everybody knows, and I love this record, but I'm totally sick of this record because every techno DJ in the world plays it at every party. So because everybody plays it, and I know it's kind of in some ways a crowd pleaser, I was like, well, it'd be really cool if I could play that and make it interesting again. So it's in here somewhere, but what I did was take this line. Actually, I can kind of show you with this. gets the record back in, because after a while it would get annoying also. But again, another way of using the effects, the looper, the sampler, final scratch, to further move away from just playing back music the way it was recorded. To me, that's, I think that's the way it's really going. I really, I enjoy buying new records and hearing, the way producers are making them. When I make music, I want people to enjoy it the way it's been made. But I think we're going to a time now where people are expecting things to change as fast as everything else is changing in our lives. And this is the technology that I'm looking for, really, to, reevaluate, to deconstruct and put back together music in front of people. That's what I did 10 or 15 years ago with just 2 turntables and an EQ. And that blew people's heads off then. It was totally different. It was what we were all doing in Detroit, what other people weren't doing elsewhere. And as more people took that on, it was time to find further technologies to do that again. To always, I guess, try and be one step ahead of the crowd, and to give them something again which is indescribable, something which is special for that moment, and something which is unique. And you can't do that by just playing 2 records back anymore. I don't think you could do. Some people think you can. I don't think you could do that 10 years ago. So, it really is, that's also why I think, why I'm involved in electronic music. When I heard Derek's records, when I heard those early things, it was unlike I ever heard it before. Or it was unlike anything I'd heard before. And I think whether you're making music or whether you're DJing or performing, if it's electronic based, then it's technology based. And technology is changing every day, pushing forward, mutating, and I think that's what we really have to do with our music. And I think whether or not the crowd knows it, that's what they want. That's, everyone remembers that first night of hearing a new track or seeing a DJ for the first time, or whether it was going to the Banco building, or whether it was going to one of our parties, or going to see, Jeff Mills play a couple of weeks ago with Derek. It's those first experiences, those things where you just can't really describe it. Once you can describe it, it's boring. You don't really want to relive that again. Well, I don't. So I'm out there, as well as others are out there, trying to use all this technology to kind of push forward and, make it different once again. After, if anyone wants to come up and play with Final Scratch and just kind of really see that it is working and it's not a big hoax, they can. I'm just going to do a little bit more, and then we can have some, I guess, some questions and answers. But this is kind of what myself and some other people are working on now, or looking at using for our performances. Let me just stop this thing. When I created DE9, Closer to the Edit, which is it's less than a year ago, one of the big things for me to do was to take my live performance, what I was using in front of everybody, and all the knowledge that I had in my studio, all the computer components I had, from Pro Tools to different everything possible, to try and create an album which wasn't me mixing live. If anyone thinks I did that live, I didn't. Forget it. I would need about 20 hands. Well, maybe not now, but I lost my train of thought. Sorry. But that album was trying to capture where I thought DJing or performance was going, and like I said before, that was taking small components from these records, mixing them together, and creating something completely new. Not just playing